Alright, on today's episode of It's Probably Not All the Way Broke Yet, I got my cousin's shop back. They're renovating their house and the sucky thing just quit sucking, so let's see what there is to see about that. Alright, let's plug this thing in. And yeah, it don't work. So there's a trick that tool manufacturers don't want you to know about. Most things can be solved with a hammer. Guess I didn't need that. No, that ain't gonna do it. Next. Alright, we'll just take the top off here. We don't need the whole thing. Oh, let's go. I don't even want to. I'm just gonna take this nasty filter off it too. I don't need that blowing all over the place. Blech. Oh, we don't need the sucky tube on there. Oh man. Why don't they make anything easy to get to on these things? It's almost like they don't want you to touch them. Oh yeah, that's where I fling screws everywhere. Looks like you gotta take the impeller off, take this out, so you can get to everything else. Well, how's that thing come out of there? Now I'm confused. It's gotta come off that way. It must just be really rusty. Oh. Now it's really broke. Well, can't make it any worse. That's gotta come off that way. There's no other way for it to come off. Oh, jeez. Safety squints. Good thing this ain't my vacuum. Not so tough now, are you? Well, I don't notice anything right off the bat. Let's check the switch. All right. Set for continuity and see what happens. Oh man, it works. Well, forget that. That means we get to play with the motor. Joy. Oh yeah. There it goes. Yeah, I still got more of that washer to chop off, but I got it small enough where it would fit through there. That washer is just pressed onto that shaft. It's pressed on so darn tight that you can't hardly get the stupid thing off without busting it. Aha! Look at that. So you got your neutral brush over here, and that's tied over here to this terminal, and then you got this guy over here. This guy is just slacking off doing nothing. That needs to go right back into that brush somehow. I think if we push this tab down, I can pull out the whole holder. There you go. Yeah, it doesn't look like this thing was used all that much. There's a lot of brush left there. Okay, so we somehow need to reattach this wire back into this brush holder. Let's see what we can do about that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna drill this out a little bit, and then I'm gonna put some JB all over this, and I'm gonna cram it back in there. And that JB will carry current, so that should work. I mean, it doesn't work already, so why not? All right, I'll show you what I got going here. So I took this motor apart briefly just to see what the heck was going on with this thing. If you remember that big washer. Well, what it is it's like a sleeve with a washer on top of it, and it's all one piece, and that sleeve pushes all the way down up to the bearing. So you'll never get the stupid thing off. What I did is I milled off a shoulder on that with my high-dollar milling machine, and then I bored out these washers. This guy would tell you a story about what I did to it. None of them are true. So that fits on there like that. We milled this one out as well with this milling machine, and that will sandwich the blade on there. So got that finished. Now I gotta go back to fixing this brush. Alright, I'm gonna bore this out. These drill really easy. Just try and be nice and square with it. I don't want to put it in the vise because I'm afraid I'll snap it in half. There's copper in there I'm fighting. Just trying to not drill through the side. Okay, we're in. Now let's really mess this thing up. Good old JB Weld. Sometimes this stuff will really save your butt. Don't know how well it's gonna work when it's almost freezing in here though. It's like 31 degrees today. Mixy mix mix. Oh wow, that probably should be warmed up. Okay, that's not working. Plan B. Keep this handy dandy hot plate out here. Don't get me wrong, these things are pretty handy sometimes. For burning your fingers and stuff on it. Okay, time to stir the pot. Oh, way better. That's a little hot though. Just doing what I can to pack it in there a little bit. And we'll shove the wire in. As far as we can. Now just go back to packing. JB is pretty good stuff. It's pretty conductive, and you can drill and tap it. Alright, so we got the JB packed in there. It's cobbled up pretty good. Let's see if we can get this thing to run. Shove it in like that. Okay. Oops, upside down, go figure. If it's a 50-50 shot, I'll always get it wrong. Just like that. And that goes right there. Okay. And hook it back to the switch. You're gonna want to do yourself a favor and make sure it's still unplugged. Alright, I'm going to take that washer off before it goes flying. Alright, got it all together. Just going to stand back here and squint as I plug it in. Well, look at that. It works. Great, now I gotta put it back together. Alright, now to test out my very finely machined parts. So my shim, and we're gonna need another shim. No problem. Well, I don't know what it sounded like before, but that's what it sounds like now. Well, the sucky thing sucks. We're just gonna call that a bush fix before I get all the angry machinists, you know, leaving bad comments and stuff because I gave away all their secrets. So, thanks for watching, guys.